Well, how you doing there, everyone out there in Maskey world? Hopefully doing outstanding. And it's not really Maskey's world. I'm just in my little Maskey spot right here. Wherever I go to, it's Maskey and Mrs. Maskey's spot. And maybe you'll join me one day in my various spots around the world. Anyway, hopefully doing outstanding. It's Saturday, October the 14th, year 2023. Yep, and I'm still in my little spot down here in the country of Panama. Hopefully doing outstanding. Hopefully that glare today is not too bad behind me, and hopefully you can hear me okay. I do need to get like a little mic to put here, I think, because when I'm in this room, I turn the air conditioner on up there. We got little, it's different than AC in the United States. We don't have central air, but we got total five air conditioners in the house, four in the house, one in the casita. And they're small amount on the wall, they drain somewhere outside. And they're just different than what's in the United States. So anyway, it is what it is. I want to talk to you today, after a suggestion by a viewer, a comment, I want to talk to you today about spreadsheets that I routinely use. Okay? So that being said, I'm Maskey Finance. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. I am also not a doctor or a nutritionist. Even though I try to live healthy, eat healthy, exercise properly, I am drinking my cup of green tea again. This is ground green tea, powder green tea, sencha, I think it is. CME tea, SEI, me, MEET. I think that's what it's from. I brought some with me from the U.S. I'll probably, when I need it more, I can order more, have it shipped here. Same with my other type of tea. I got a big aluminum full type bag from Harney Tea Company, I think, but I'm out of that tea. I need to order more of that tea and get it down here. So spreadsheets that I use. I am not a computer whiz. I'm an electronics technician from the Navy. I joined the Navy in 1987, left active duty in 1996. Okay, I was an ET. I became E6 LPO, leading petty officer. All right, so I understood how to troubleshoot electronics. Computers came about while I was in the Navy. We learned the basics of troubleshooting transistors, resistors, capacitors, and chips. We could troubleshoot to the chip. During my 10 years in active duty, the trip became modules. Nowadays, everything is a circuit board. It's circuit board goes bad, you swap it out, put another circuit board in, something like that. Okay. Younger folks were born with technology. I wasn't born with technology. I bought my first desktop computer in 1995. Some of you my age may remember Windows 95 had a big media blitz. Windows 95, that's when I bought my first desktop computer. Now, everybody and their brother and their mother and their father and grandparents all have smartphones, cell phones. That little phone I'm recording this on is more powerful than that gigantic dinosaur of a computer I bought in 1995. Okay? So with that being said, spreadsheets have come about sometime since 1995. I don't remember the first year I saw a spreadsheet. Okay, and I've used them for many years. I do not develop my own spreadsheets. I do know some of the codes. I can update spreadsheets. I can tweak them a little bit because I know some of the codes. But if you ask me, Maskey, make me a spreadsheet from scratch, I don't do that kind of stuff. Okay? So I am going to explain to you, though, the spreadsheets that I use. Let me get my tablet unlocked here. And I will try to describe them to you. I'm not going to show them to you because they're filled out with my personal information. Okay? So which one will I start with? Well, I'm going to start with one because I've talked about calculating your net worth before. Let me open this up. I have a spreadsheet. I've been using this spreadsheet for 4 or 5 years now, I guess. I copy it, start a new one every single year, and I keep the old ones. And shout out to Helicopter Pilot Caleb. Helicopter Pilot Caleb helped me with a variety of my spreadsheets. Also, shout out to my youngest son, Maskey Jr., we'll call him. He helped me. I told him one day, I was in Virginia, still living in Virginia, and I said, I need a way to track my rents. I'm getting too many houses. It's confusing. It's just money coming in, money going out. It's like I need to track it somehow. So he helped me build a spreadsheet. Okay, I still remember sitting there with the laptop computer at my dining room table, and he would say, Dad, put this here, type this here, type this here. Okay, and I still use that spreadsheet. All right, but my net worth spreadsheet. Net worth in a nutshell is all of your assets, and then add them all up and subtract your liabilities. Okay? Now, when you say add up all your assets, don't add up the value of your bed and your chairs and your stuff like that. Okay? Because if you sold that, that's not my bed, it's included in my rental house. But if that was my bed and I sold it, I'm not going to get what I paid for it. So what am I going to get? I don't know what I'll get. I sold all my furniture in Florida for the most part. I got not pennies on the dollar, but kind of sort of pennies on the dollar for whatever somebody else bought that furniture for, because I didn't buy that furniture either. Okay, so you add up your assets, meaning what do you have in the bank, what do you have in your 401k, what's in your 457 plan, what's the value of all your rental property that you may own. You may or may not include your personal house. Okay, with including your personal house, for a lot of Americans, that is their net worth, is just a personal house. So sure, you can include it, but you got to have a place to live. Okay, you're probably not going to be like me. I own a house in Florida. I was living in it. Okay, I counted that in my net worth. Why? Because I knew the day was going to come when I was going to sell that house, and I was hoping I'd make a profit on it. Now I'm not selling the house just yet, but now it's becoming an investment property. Okay, because it's becoming an Airbnb. So it's an investment property, so I'm counting the value of it. Okay, so that's included with all of my rental properties. It's included with my mineral rights, my oil drilling investment, money I have in my variety of bank accounts, in my Schwab account. Then I subtract all of my liabilities. All of my liabilities is, remember, I take the value of all of my rental properties too, and when you take the value of a rental property, it's anybody's guess what it is valued at, because if you look at Zillow, Redfin, Realtor.com, Trulia, any of those sites, they'll all have a different figure for the value of, say, the house you live in. You look it up on these different sites. Every one of those will probably have a slightly different figure. Okay, sometimes it'll be $30,000, $40,000 in difference in the price. All right, so the only thing I can do as an educated person is try to look at them, take a ballpark in the middle maybe type of figure, but also look at the overall real estate market. What is it doing? Is it trending up? Is it trending down? Whatever. And I try to make an educated guess, but how accurate is it? Until I sell any house, I just don't know. Okay. So anyway, bank accounts are easy. You look at the value of the bank account. Okay. If you have vehicles, it's controversial. Do you count your vehicle? Can you sell your vehicle? If you sold your vehicle, what can you sell it for? But you always need a vehicle, right? Or maybe not. I had 2 vehicles in Florida. I've sold them both. Okay? So I put cash in the bank. So I did attribute a value to them while I was in Florida. I did sell both cars for more than I valued both cars at. Okay? Then I take all my liabilities, which is all my outstanding mortgage balances. Every single month when I pay a mortgage, I update my spreadsheet with my current mortgage balance. Okay? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I subtract all of my liabilities from all of my assets. Okay? All right, I've said many, many times I am now a multi-millionaire, meaning I have a net worth of multi-million, more than $2 million. That's not $2 million in the bank. That's the value of all of my investments. Okay, let me move on. Sorry, I'm dilly-dallying. I talk too much at times. My second most popular spreadsheet that majority of people can use, what would that be? I also have a spreadsheet for tracking my mortgages. If you start getting a variety of rentals, and say, yes, you may automate it where all of your mortgages are paid on the day you designate each month, the first of the month or whatever it may be. Myself, I know how to automate stuff. I have 2 houses that are automated because the bank says it's mandatory. I got to automate it. And all the rest of them, I pay manually. I also have currently 8 houses with seller financing that I do not have mortgages with them. I have mortgages with a person, not a bank. So I pay all of those mortgages every month as well. Okay? But I have a spreadsheet. That's the one my son helped me. No, that's not the one he helped me to track, or is it? I can't remember. But then that one, I just put a little X under October as I pay each mortgage. I put an X there just so I keep track of, make sure I paid all my mortgages. Okay. I also, here's one. I also have a spreadsheet. This is the one I think my son helped me make for tracking all of my rent. I have listed to the left all of my addresses of all of my rental properties. To the right, I have a column current rent, whatever my rent is as of today. the rent minus my property management fee is my next column, because I pay a property manager for all my properties except for one that I self-manage. Okay, and then I have January, February, March, the 12 months of the year, and as I get my rent in each month from my property manager or from my tenant, I put my gross rent in that column just so I can track how much rent I have coming in. Not my gross rent if it's from the property manager, it's the rent minus the property management fee. Okay, so then I can look at it and just at a glance I can say, wow, that house gave me $1,300 this month, $2,100 that month, $1,400 next month, but then $644 the following month. Okay, and maybe up here I know why it did that, or maybe I need to dig a little bit to see why it did that. Okay, so but as you get more and more properties, you need to track your properties, because the AC is slowing down a little bit. This room's getting the proper temperature. Okay, I just turned the AC on when I came in here. All right, so we covered net worth, tracking my mortgage, tracking my rent. I also have a spreadsheet for tracking my oil revenue. I have a variety of mineral rights. Again, I have, just like rental properties, I forget what I have, 20-ish portfolios in mineral rights. I have oil drilling. So every month as I get my revenue in, I plug it in there so I can track it. It tracks the value for the month. I have a column to the far right. Let me open that up so I can remember what I got. I got a column to the far right, year to date paid. It adds up, it's a little code. Let's see what that code is. All right, equal sign, sum, parentheses, F2, colon, Q2, all that's in a bracket, and that adds up the January, February, March, April year-to-date revenue into that column, okay? I also have my returns, just one figure from 2021. Right next to it, I got my returns for 2022 next to that. I have my cash on cash return year to date. What have I made year to date? Cash on cash return. Okay, I have one that's made 16.5% cash on cash. That's a mineral right. I have one that's made 35% cash on cash return this calendar year. The 10 months so far, the 9 months it's paid so far. Okay, so that both those numbers will go up as the year progresses, October, November, December. Okay. Then I have some that are at 2.24%. That's my worst one. I have some that started this year that are like 1.5 or 3.9. They're just starting, so they're adding up. Then I have the next column is my overall return. What have I made from day one of getting revenue for that position? I just track that. My last column then is the total cash. What is my total cash? Not just year to date, but for day one of me getting that particular investment. Okay, so I got those columns. I know I'm talking fast. I know I'm not showing it. It's not popping up my screen. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to give you ideas of how I use a variety of spreadsheets. Three other spreadsheets that I use. Okay, one's going to deal with credit cards. Two are going to deal with mortgages. Okay, first one I'll talk about is credit cards. Helicopter Pilot Caleb made this one. I track every credit card I get in regards to travel hacking, okay? Travel hacking, just to summarize. Currently I'm at 19, nope, I forgot to put one on here, I've been busy. I'm at 20 credit cards between the missus and I for travel hacking. I put down the credit card name, who it's through, who's holding it, me or the missus, what the sign-up bonus is, whatever I got for the sign-up bonus. Did I get 50,000 points? Did I get 100,000 points? Did I get 5 free nights in that particular hotel chain? What did I get? I put down any reoccurring bonus that I get. Like certain ones give me, a hotel one may give me 1 free night at my anniversary. So every year I get a free night. I put down what the sign-up bonus requirements were. Did I need to spend $4,000 in 3 months or whatever it was? I put down the date I opened the card and then the date the date I earned the bonus. I do forget to fill that one out most times though. I put down what the annual fee is, just so I can know. I try to put down what my credit limit is. I'm not the best at updating this all the time. And then I try to keep track of what have I gotten for free, and I'm bad at updating that. Like I flew first class on Copa Airlines when I came down here to Panama a month ago. Me and the missus had 2 first class seats. I got the tickets where I could exchange them or cancel them. and not lose money because I knew I might have to change the date that I was flying out, which I paid more money to get those tickets, and I had to change the date I flew out, so it was good I did. And we flew first class. We could lean back, we could put our feet up, got a nice meal, so it worked out. And it was free. It was free. All right, last two spreadsheets, and I'll wrap this up. Sorry to get long again. I have two the helicopter pilot again made for me. I had bought 9 houses with seller financing. Okay, let me open one of these up. I'll open up the smaller one. I bought 9 houses with seller financing. When I bought these, I asked the seller, how are we going to track the mortgage payments? And they're like, and I said, you know, as I make my payments, the mortgage is getting paid down. It's like a bank. I can look up, you know, I can look online and see my amortization, let's say. And the person told me, well, we could look online and pull up what your amortization is. And I said, what if I pay extra 1 month I may pay extra this month on that house or extra on this house. It could change. I know I'm not going to just jump around like that, but I said, what if? Because it would be confusing. And they were like, we could just try to update it the best we can. I was like, I need to be more accurate than that. So I contacted my buddy, helicopter pilot Caleb. And it took him a little bit of work, I think. I appreciate him doing this because he made these spreadsheets and basically made them where I put the date I started, I put what my monthly payment is, principal and interest. All right, he put my beginning mortgage balance, and he had 2 columns breaking down what my interest is, what my principal is, and he amortized it out for the 15 years that I had on that for that amortization. Then he has a column extra principal. Like if I pay extra on a house that month, I can plug it in there. And then it has the ending mortgage balance. So it gives me the ending mortgage balance. Then as I pay the mortgage every month, I put the date I did it and the amount I paid in another column. Okay. And it's a shared spreadsheet. Myself and the seller have access to this spreadsheet. It's a shared spreadsheet. So when we did this, we have 4 houses on one spreadsheet, and then we have a second spreadsheet with 5 houses. I got 9 houses with seller financing. All right, just FYI, since I've gotten those 9 houses, I did pay 1 house off. So that's 8 houses I have left, and then I did refinance 1 house. So I have 7 houses with seller financing that I pay the seller every month. That means I have to pay the insurance on my own. I have to pay the taxes on my own. What are we in October? Taxes might be due soon. It might be due in November. I gotta look that up. There's always something that needs to be paid. So I look at that. I keep track of all that kind of stuff. I need to get better at keeping track of my taxes because I have a variety of houses I own free and clear. Those 7 houses with seller financing. And I have to pay taxes. And then I have another mortgage through a credit union, which I have to pay the tax and insurance on my own. So I got I don't know 12 houses I got to pay tax on. I think twice a year, and they're in different states. They're like in three or 4 different states. So I need another spreadsheet to track that, keep track of it. So anyway, spreadsheets can be your friend. If you just have 1 or 2 houses, okay, you can probably keep track of it yourself. But as you start building your real estate portfolio, you got to figure out a way to track it. And to me, spreadsheets are the best way that I know how to do it. Maybe you have a better way. If you do, let me know below. Also, if you're travel hacking with credit cards, how do you track your credit cards? Do you track your net worth? How do you do it? You can calculate your net worth on the back of a napkin. As an example, you take a little piece of scratch paper, add up your assets, subtract your liabilities. It's easy. If all you have is a bank account and a mortgage, it's easy. But as you start building your investment portfolio, you probably want to start tracking it just a little bit better, okay? I would normally say if you need one of these spreadsheets, email me and I'll try to email you a blank copy. But let's not do that. If you're a close friend of mine, you need one, let me know. But if you're one of my viewers, you can always email me, but I make no promises I can email you something, okay? I am busier than ever. I need a new tablet, I need a new computer, I need all that kind of stuff. So, and I'm behind on emails. I apologize for being behind on emails. All right, we're about double the length I like to make a video in, so I'm going to wrap this up. Have a great day. Do start investing and do track your investments the best you can. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for clicking the thumbs up. And Mazske is signing out.